Volume is quietish. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. The fucking voices. That was so loud compared to everything else. Fuck. Oh, Hira. I used to remember that 12 player's name, but I've forgotten it again. Shibata. I said it aloud. Clap, baby, clap! Damn, he got hit once and he started spinning. You don't see that much in this game. I don't know how fast Hugo's SPD is. Hmm. Using hard kick to dodge a throw is weird as fuck. I feel like it's the first time I've ever seen that done with that expressed purpose. X-copy, baby. Hugo's not terrible to X-copy. He has this unfortunate thing where he can't actually complete a combo without EX. Well, he can go straight from like a clap into low forward. He doesn't need like... I even like clap into low forward works, I think. Was it stun? No. But you can't do lights into anything except the X lariat. It's not a huge deal. Like, claps into low forward is still fine. And you don't need to be able to come from lights that much to be able to, like, do work with Hugo. He's still got a pretty solid mix-up gun if he gets close to you. Hugo's probably my favorite grappler. Third strike Hugo's probably my favorite grappler in any fighting game. Ooh, very nice. Even after the parry, it's not punishable. That's so bullshit. I should have more landing recovery. Wow. Send light kick. Oh, you parried me? Here's a 720. If you parry a stand light kick, it's got 6 frames of recovery in addition to its natural recovery. So, Kuma got to act first there, but he just whiffed a throw. But, like, theoretically, if he was close to the throw, it would have hit before the Gigas could come out, I think. Because you can only cancel it once you get to the actual recovery, I think. I don't actually know. Hi. 27 months. How do you subscribe for 27 billion years when the Earth is only 4 billion years old? That's good, I think. No, it's not. He landed. Yeah, that's what you do. A few parries and block. He still got opened up. It's unfortunate. If you blocked the whole thing, it might have been harder to open him up. Because the super would have been gone earlier. But Hugo, it's not like Hugo has like a great answer for anti-airing demon flip, I don't think. Two minutes until Smash? Must be nice. Oh, you think they're doing a midnight launch? I could pick that up tonight. I bet they are, huh? It's probably not even at midnight. It's probably like 10 p.m. I found out recently that America is one of very few countries that uses AM and PM. I like knew that a lot of the world used 24-hour time. But I didn't know that a lot of the English-speaking world used 24-hour time. So that caught me off guard. 24-hour time makes more sense, to be honest. Time is just like a... Time is weird anyway. It's a mess. It's archaic as hell. Minutes and hours are inefficient, and everyone still uses those. It's time. It's time for metric time. 1,000 minutes per day. Oh. Very nice parry. That parry, and then he just got stand jab. I think he, based on the fact that he did jab delayed strong, I think he wanted jab short strong, and I have no idea how he missed it. This is Yoho Yun, and his name is Yoho! And it's like correct too, that's how you write Yoho, it's like a long O for both of them. This guy's literally like named after. Oh, that's gonna work. That's a really cool anti-air. Oh, that ender! I never see that. Anti-air low strong Yoho. That only works with Yoho. I never thought about that. That's a cool setup. That doesn't work with Super 2, and it's not. You can't. I don't think you can hit fast enough for Super 3 to pick up the juggle. That's really neat. We only just started watching this Yoho Yun, and fucking he already did something that's Yoho exclusive. Yoho's not a bad super. Yun has 3 really good supers. Yoho might be the worst one. But to be honest, I think it's better than Sarai Rengeki. It's got that explosive power. He can confirm it really easily with his command grab or his fucking target combo. Various other things. He's got confirms. It combos from lights, for the record. That was a punish. If you parry and then SPD at the right time, it will hit the opponent's 2 frames of landing. So even if they, like, parry early or parry late or any of that bullshit, it doesn't matter. It just, like, catches the recovery frames. You can do that with anyone who has a command grab, which is, like, basically 2 characters in this game. Like, yeah, Q has a command grab, but he won't usually be able to catch those frames. So it's pretty much like Hugo and Makoto. It's hard to make custom combo stuff not broken. Hard to believe Smash about to come out. What character should I play as? Should I play as the yellow dog? Nice parry. I'm not very good at that, to be honest. I thought it was all easy, but then I like played a Remy who actually like used it in a relatively intelligent way. It's kind of hard to just release everything in the middle of a block string and then just tap down. V-ISM is really fun looking, but it's probably the biggest instance of cancer in custom combos in any fighting game. Like, yeah, Gane is more nasty in the sense that only one character has it, which is pretty, you know, leads a lot to imbalance. But like, the way that it's so all or nothing for V-ISM, plus the fact that it leads to infinites that are very time-consuming, very boring. Oh, wasn't parrying. It's pretty awful. Ironically, they removed all the infinites in Alpha 3 and people complained. Because the infinites are more prevalent on low-tier characters than high-tier characters. So they were something that, like, you know, they were something that, like, I don't know a low-tier character who had one. I know there are a bunch, but I just don't know one offhand. All the ones I can think of are on, like, Cody and Ryu and Kareen. Ooh, that was cool. Who are all okay characters. But like during the yeah. But during the Gane, during the V-ISM custom combo, it looks fun. The way that you juggle the opponents across the screen. Wow, that was desperate, but it worked. I like that it's like, you know, juggle normal and then whiff special move that keeps you close. Most characters have some variation that's like that. It was probably a lot more balanced than Alpha 2, but I haven't seen that much Alpha 2 tournament footage. A-ISM and V-ISM were like the same thing in Alpha 2. They didn't have grooves. They didn't have isms yet. Look at them long bars. Most Hugos prefer SA3 in this matchup, I think. But there are a lot of Hugo players who just pick Super 1 on principle. It's like, well, this is my super. This is what I do. One parry, spin you up. Empty jump, spin you up. Wake up, spin you up. Middle of a block string, spin you up. There you go. We just saw one. Honestly, like, parry into 720 is actually pretty hard to do. It's a lot easier than a standing 720, don't get me wrong. But it's not free. You still got to spin pretty quick. If you're not ready for it, I mean, hopefully if you're even going for a parry at all, you should be ready for it. Oof. I'm not going to say anything nice about Zero's fucking clone super. That shit is disgusting. Fuck Zero. It is derpy. Bunch of big, slow, punishable attacks getting thrown around. Anti-air crouch fierce. Hugo's jump is pretty slow, but it's also pretty short. Oh, got him. Oh my god. You 720 me? Here's a wake up 720. Big dick would have been wake up parry into 360 there. This is still like very attainable for Green Hugo. Dorai. A life lead doesn't matter that much in this matchup. 50% and 10% is still like either way. Well, there it is. I think if you parry anti-air crouch fierce from an opposing Hugo, in the Hugo mirror, if one Hugo does anti-air crouch fierce and the other Hugo parries it, he can literally land and get hard clap on a crouching hurtbox, because the other Hugo's still recovering. So it's like unbelievably risky, because if a hard clap ever hits on a crouching opponent, you can fuck them up. You can fuck someone up for that. You can do a triple clap combo and the links are easier, because the hit stun is longer on every hit. So you can literally get like heavy clap, medium clap, like light normal, EX lariat. And that whole thing does like 80% of your stun bar. It actually touch of stuns low stun characters. If you have Super 3, you can land it there as well. I feel like this matchup is okay, except for Air EX Tatsu. It's probably like a 7-3. It might only be a 6-4. It's not like super duper horrible, but Air EX Tatsu is just so awful. Because it's safe, it can hit on the front or the back. If it's parried mid-air, it's safe. And it's just, it does okay damage, and it's just like very brainless, very low risk. Like imagine Kami's EX dive kick from Street Fighter 5, but it can like randomly hit you on the other side. I mean, they have to be really close and at the height of their jump for Hugo to actually successfully dash under them. Hugo's really tall. And his dash is also not very fast. That can happen, but it just requires like a very specific scenario. Hugo can't really react, especially. He has to already kind of be dashing. He can catch landing recovery with that SA1 though, and you'll see that quite a lot. OS parry to stand strong is Alex's strongest anti-air. We just saw it there. Very nice. Yeah. This is one of Alex's worst matchups, I think, for similar reasons to Hugo, except Alex actually has a lot of stuff that's Shippu punishable. So after Ken gets a single Shippu, Alex has to like not do certain attacks, which is annoying for him. It's not like a huge deal. The only thing that's actually cool that you lose is EX shoulder. And light shoulder, I guess. But those aren't, like, you know, it's like you can play without those. I think you can reverse, I don't remember if you can reverse flash drops with Shippu. I feel like you can, but I might be wrong. Ken's kind of okay in neutral against Alex. Most Shotos have like a reasonably fair neutral. Like complete ground game. Like not even Ken jumping. Most characters have like some means to navigate around low forward. And dealing with Ken's like low strong or stand strong or stand renos, it's not that different from dealing with other characters. They're okay pokes, but there's no mix up to them. Usually. They're a lot faster than anything Alex has, unfortunately. If Omega Kami has something that's actually busted, I think none of us are using it. It's her fucking flip. Like, yeah, you can meet her midair. But, like, she can dive kick. And she can also flip down in a way that she either lands in front of you or behind you, and it's pretty hard to see. And you've got to block it in different directions. Yeah, I thought it was completely busted the first time I played the game. But the fact that there's such a long window to hit things, even though it's hard to react to which side Kami's on, if you just crouch jab, you'll hit her whichever side she lands on. But the problem is once you mix that in with dive kick, you're canceling into it and stuff like that. Especially if you're using it like as a meaty or something. Thankfully, Kami has to use resources to get an actual good meaty. Same as every other character in SF Omega. You basically have to F80C or have some really crazy knockdown in order to have a mix-up that still works if they quick stand. Or like I should say like a jump-in mix-up that still works if they quick stand. Scary. That was very low risk from Ken. Remy was highly motivated to parry there. Oh no, it ended. I got 4 of these. It's Q. Yuppie. Oh, I got it. That's easy on Q. Easiest upending character. Oh, what a punish! At first I thought he was dumb, but he was genius. He really punished Q sweep with dash in, low forward, double DP. That's insane. Oh, I thought I was going to be jump back roundhouse, but that was even smarter. The cherry tap. I want this a little quieter. The taunt, he got it. That might have been a punish. Oh. Block the whole thing low. Come on. You take more chip damage if you're blocking low. Oh, that was nice. Got the red. He's like, nope, don't do that. Ken can already punish that with Shippu. He's got a better punish by doing the red parry. Most of Q's heavy normals are borderline unusable. Crouch Fierce is already like a little mediocre, and that's probably his best one. Fire Roundhouse is used in one juggle. Whoa, bad confirm. Stand forward. He fucked it up. Stand forward, medium dash punch super is what he wanted. And that would have nearly killed Ken. Ken's super is not that minus, it's like -9. Or something, I forget the number. Punishing it, you have to be a little precise. It depends on what you're trying to punish it with. Oro can almost always stand strong. Well, he always can, but like it's not. It's consistent. This is a nice classic matchup right here. Oh, I was talking about Ken's super though. Just in case I just said it's -9 without explaining what I was talking about. That was a nice punish. Yeah, Ken's forward dash is like 18 frames or something. I don't actually know the number. It's like pretty fast. It might be like 16. It's like decently quick for a dash in this game. -11. Oro stand strong is 5 frame, I think. Nice. That might have hit Ryu in his landing recovery. If you get parried too low to the ground, you won't resolve your Tatsu, and then he was too... I don't know, this might work. It worked. And Ken couldn't shake out in time. If it was me, I would have done EX. EX Fireball meaty. What did I say? 18 then 16? And it ended up being 17? I was just guessing. Based on Ryu's dash speed. Nice chase. That does have landing recovery, quite a lot of it. It's just that 12 was really far away. But he dashed after it and then swept. It's pretty nice. Yeah, so Q, Remy, Chun-Li, Makoto, and... who's the other one? There were 5 characters added to Third Strike. And all of them have kind of poor balance. 12, yeah. 12 sucks. Q sucks. Makoto's broken. Remy kinda sucks. Chun-Li's broken. What kind of chicken? Like jump-in chicken? Omega's much better than people give it credit for. Double DP? The super! It didn't get a hit. So if you get the second DP low enough, then the super can tag a hit on the way up, and Ken's super resets the juggle limit. It's one of those supers. So no matter how high the opponent's juggle state is, they're back to 0 once the first hit of the super hits, and then you can get one more hit of the super, because the opponent will fall. Either you'll hit another hit on the way up, or the opponent will fall into like the 3rd or 4th hit. So what you can get there, he didn't get it because he got the second DP too high. How easy it is depends on what character you're juggling. But if you got that second DP a little lower, I think it would have worked. But you can do 2 hits of light DP, 2 light DPs, and then 2 hits of Chippu, and that might have killed 12. It was like a cool idea. Even if it didn't kill 12, it would have put him at raw chip health. It didn't work that time, but it's really neat that he was going for it. Kens tend to underutilize juggle Chippu. It's rarely good, but most Kens never use it. The only word I know for talented is Jozu. I think that one, the characters to spell it are literally above hand or something like that. Let's look it up. Jozu. Yeah, it's above hand. Probably like a synonym or a related word. Sino. Everyone liked that segue. Whenever I do anything to break away from raw information presenting, like I tell a joke, or exaggerate, I say something tongue-in-cheek, everyone always fucking yucks it up. It doesn't happen often. Why Chun-Li's my favorite? No, I haven't tried it still. It is Rao. I was like wondering to myself if it was Rao just purely because it's a white Chun-Li. But it seemed really silly. Oh, he went for it. You can get the double DP there. Oh no! Chun-Li's dizzying someone. That was an easy double DP. He was midair. Oh, that was an easy one he dropped. No car unnecessary on corner Chun. And then he missed the super. That's unfortunate. That super would have been very helpful. Against very short crouchers, you only get one hit of back forward. I think it's the classic 3. Chun-Li, Oro, and Elena. And that gives you like a lot less time to confirm super. It's still possible, but it's a lot harder. It's like an annoying thing that you don't want to have to worry about, you know what I mean? It's like Chun-Li's hard enough to fight. Now your overhead confirm is a little slower, does a little bit less damage, isn't a lot harder to combo out of. A lot harder to react to, rather. Don't forget, if you get the hit on back medium kick. Whoa. Oh, another stun, dude. Rao, what? Chun-Li never dizzies anyone. All Chun-Li's really strong things do like no stun. Close roundhouse does good stun, and so does back fierce. But that's like it. She's like got other high stun moves, it's just she doesn't land them very often. Like neutral jump roundhouse and far roundhouse and far fierce. And spinning bird kick. Did I say that? I don't think I said that. What was the context in which I said that? I think they didn't really know how strong Chun-Li would be in third strike. Alright, but what was the context in which I said it? I think they made her like good on purpose. Like they didn't try to make her like mid-tier. I didn't think they tried to make her top tier. No, I definitely didn't say that. It's not that they didn't give a fuck. What that actually happened was they didn't know that it would end up being as important. Like they didn't know third strike would end up being played for years and years. They didn't know it would be like a serious like tournament game kind of thing. It's not that they like tried to make any character strong, they just didn't like, you know, balance was like a casual thing they were kind of shooting for. And not like, you know. Yeah, no, that's true. Some characters are experimental. I remember saying that. Chun-Li's a bit experimental herself in this game. She's very combo unfriendly. Like, what can you combo into with Chun-Li? Obviously her super. But, like, you can combo into Hadoken and it's shitty. Kikoken. Lightning Legs is very difficult to cancel into in a meaningful way. You can basically only do it after you have time to buff or something, which is generally just after her super. Spinning Bird Kick requires down charge, which you don't have that often, and Chun-Li doesn't have any ability to build charge during a combo. It's like, what are you supposed to do after a parry with Chun-Li? We all like love bullying on Chun-Li for being this disgusting character, but like really, what are you supposed to do after a parry with Chun-Li? You see Chun-Li's get a parry and then they just go for a throw, and it's like, well, what was better? Obviously super. Back fear super, close roundhouse super. Neat. But when you start thinking about how like combo unfriendly Chun-Li is, no, like that's a thing. Obviously she does low forward super. I'm just saying, like, you know, apart from super, she's like nothing. And with super, she's everything. That's what I'm getting at here. They wanted a character who was strong and neutral, but like, unrewarding for her individual hits. 12 is like that too. 12 and Chun-Li are built on vaguely similar ideas. Chun-Li's got a more traditional neutral. Ooh, good whiff punish. Casually, Q is one of the most popular characters after the Shotos. Tournament-wise, he's a lot more popular than his tier would suggest. There are characters who are much better than Q who have a lot fewer players. Like Dudley. Nice setup. Oh, good parry. Very good punish. Rao is a really good Chun-Li. I've seen this Urane a lot before, Shinobu. Shinobu means secret or hidden. It's actually the nin in ninja. Fun fact. The jaw in ninja means person. Not even trolling. Nice kind of poke. There's a losing battle. It like doesn't mean person per se. It's not like person like Hito is person. It's in a lot of words that are like, it's like a role almost. Like this is what, you know, this is person who does blank kind of almost. Like Isha. Is that it? Is that... I don't remember. That's it. I think that's Doctor. But don't quote me. But you see it with a lot of jobs. What is the other reading for that? The only mono... That can be pronounced mono. The only mono I know is this one. Which is the one that's like thing. It's the mono and kimono. Yeah, Shaw's other reading is mono, or one of its other readings. Duolingo doesn't... Like, I looked at Duolingo's Japanese lessons, and they're very different from the way I learn Japanese. I wonder how well you could learn Japanese from Duolingo. It feels like it's not set up in a very appropriate way to do it. Maybe on PC it's better, but on computer you can't draw hiragana or kanji or anything, so it's like, I feel like that's missing out a really big part of learning it. Being able to recognize a kanji is really important, but being able to write it, being able to recognize it and being able to write it aren't the same thing. Tominaga can be beaten. Hard to believe. It would take a lot of tweaks. I don't know what the hell they need to do to Remy to make him good. A lot of his stuff could get a lot better without really shifting his tier. I don't know what the hell to do to his fireballs to make them. I had an idea I talked about in a comment, I think. Someone asked me in like the comments, it's like, what would you do to Remy to make him better? It's Mister. Mister. I said I want fireballs that stop and start. I want it so if you throw a light fireball, it just goes, it like goes a little ways and then stops and then starts again and goes a little more ways. My alarm. Maybe throw a heavy fireball, it never even stops, maybe. Stuff like that. But if he had fireballs that stop and start, then he'd be able to like get on one side of you with a fireball, like coming in from the other. Or he'd be able to make it just a lot more annoying to parry his fireballs if he throws one fireball that pauses and then another fireball that doesn't pause. And you have to react to which ones, you know, you have to do the low parry and the high parry in the right order. Stuff like that. That would make it a lot more obnoxious to parry. Like right now, Remy can throw a he can have a low fireball and a high fireball on the screen at the same time. But there's very little abuse of that because it's hard for him to get enough charge. You only have the fireballs on the screen at the same time for like a few frames. So it'd be really cool if he could actually just leave a fireball on the screen, Aegis Reflector style, and put another fireball on the screen. And then, you know, it looks like they're coming at you, but it's kind of hard to spot which one's going to hit you first. I think that'd be a really nice step to make his fireballs better. Just give him fireballs that pause. That was perfectly done. I'm down with a +3 overhead on Remy. I remember his overhead has really garbage recovery. That caught me off guard. It's like really minus compared to other overheads in this game. Remy with Ash's stationary projectile would actually be perfect. Oh, yeah. It was the medium one that was 2-hit. Oh, there it is! That runs the whole clock in addition to doing like a butt ton of damage. It wastes all of Yun's Gene time, and now he's got to build another Gene, which is going to be really hard to do. Oh, he did it. There's one with good neutral. It's really hard to get that super out, yeah, fast enough, because you can't buffer the super during the freeze. So you have to do the entire, you have to do either the super motion before the freeze, which is what Rao is probably doing there, or you have to do a very, very fast super one post-freeze. Because it takes like it takes at least like 5 frames to do the super if you do it as fast as possible. Super 1 is Remy's best super, to be honest. But giving Remy a high threshold for meter won't even help him because the real problem is he can't build meter. He's rarely full. Remy's Super 1 is better than Ryu's. That's true, I see what you're saying though. He takes too long throwing it. Imagine picking X copy against another 12. 12 doesn't need his meter. And if you X copy 12, you just get a damage increase, which 12 actually appreciates quite a lot. Ironically, 12 is one of the best characters to X copy. Obviously, you've got a lot of skill with the character already, because it's your main. And you're patching up his biggest weakness. And the massive punishable state right at the end. 12 can't even hit you that hard. Like, what the hell does he get? He gets like a jump fierce on your transform back. It's actually like surprisingly good. X copy 12 against 12 is like probably the best character to X copy. Or it's up there too. Look how much damage that does. That jump roundhouse is so good. Jesus. About to transform back though. Here we go. Didn't even punish it. That's pathetic. All he had to do was just jump and hit fierce. He could have supered, I think. Unfortunately, only the first hit does all the damage, the bonus damage. So you really want it to be a high damage single hit attack. I mean, if it's more than one hit, that'd be fine. But it's just like whatever the first hit is, you want to be strong. Forward Strike, not a ranged edition, gave Remy a command grab Super 3. Standard hard kick would have been fine. Stand Fierce might have been alright. He might have been too far away. Crouch Fierce or Crouch Roundhouse both would have been bad. I have like an idea for a fighting game that I think would be really cool. I've talked about it on stream before. but basically you pick your special moves from a pool, and you get to choose the motions for your special moves. And the pool would have like, you know, you get to pick like 3 special moves from like a pool of like 30. I wouldn't have supers, I don't think. There would be a meter, but it would be like a Roman canceling meter. There'd be 3 characters, and they'd have like 3 sets of normals. And the different characters would have different styles of special moves. They'd have like some that were shared between them, but like some that were unique to them. Like if you wanted to, there'd be like a heavyweight, a lightweight, and a midweight. If you wanted to have like Rekkas, all the Rekkas were on like the midweight. But then there'd be like a really shitty like Rekka on the lightweight maybe. And then in a perfect world, there would be like objects that you could dress them up in, you know? Like you could design your character in addition to designing their moveset. So you could fucking put a top hat on your guy if you wanted to. You can give him blue hair. Shit like that. Weird juggle. I think I could do a really good job at something like that. Both the normals and the specials. And if you're that guy who wants to run like a fireball, a DP, and a Tatsu, you can. If you're that guy who wants a DP and an SPD, you can. I mean, if I had like infinite money and infinite time to like make this game and make it exactly how I wanted it, that'd be like a male and female version of each of those bodies. So you could have your fucking all 3 of those. It'd be easier to balance too. I think there would probably be parries in the game, but you'd probably only be able to parry normals. You couldn't parry like specials. So like you could have a character have like an upper body invincible anti-air like towards jab or something like that, and you know it would lead to, you could cancel it into like a special move and you get like an anti-air combo, but the opponent could parry your anti-air towards jab, but you could just anti-air with like a DP and that would be unparryable. I think that'd be a really fun little fighting game. And that would be like a motivating factor for picking at least one of your special moves to be an anti-air. But the anti-airs would be weird, you know? Like there'd be an anti-air DP, but then there would maybe be like an anti-air fucking Rekka or something like that. An anti-air fireball. You wouldn't have to pick a DP as your anti-air. You'd have a lot of factors to consider. Sure, an anti-air grab. It'd probably be a 4-button fighter with like a few command normals. You could be that guy. There'll be counter specials. Look at that giant ass car throw that didn't even work. What I initially considered was that certain special moves are better than others, but certain special moves are more expensive than others. But now I think I wouldn't do that. Now I think they would all just cost, you know, you'd have like 4 slots with the fucking tiny character, and then 3 slots with the medium character and the big character. But then the tiny character's special moves would be like worse. You'd have like a shittier pool to pull things out of. Be like command dash special moves and shit like that. Flips, movement stuff. That's an interesting idea. if you only have 2, but like you have better attributes. I'm actually kind of down with that. That'd be really hard to balance, though. I don't care how much extra HP would you need to have justify not having an SPD. And the way they would probably be next to no scaling in the game, and the way that the meter would work it would be Romans, and it'd be like a 2-bar thing. It'd be like a half bar and a full bar. And Roman canceling normals or Roman canceling most special moves would be like half a bar, but Roman canceling something invincible or something with like deliberately long recovery would be like a full bar. So you could do like SPD. You could do like SPD, and if they jump the SPD, you can like Roman cancel the recovery of the SPD. But that takes your entire meter. You can do DP, and then Roman cancel it, but that takes your entire meter. Stuff like that. But if you do like, let's say, normal special move that doesn't knock down Roman, then you can do another normal and another special move, and then you would have like, you know, a pretty beefy combo. That would only cost half of your Roman meter. I'd take from every single 2D fighting game I could. I just steal moves from everything. There might even be a few special moves that are functionally identical but look a little different. Like you can fucking flash kick with your feet or your fucking DP with your hands. Nice. I want the special moves to encourage the big guy to be dangerous up close with a high mix-up, but very little movement-oriented stuff for him, or like, you know, neutral-oriented stuff for him. And then the tiny character to have lots of neutral-oriented stuff, but very little in the way of like combos or damage or mix-ups even. And then the mid-sized guy would be somewhere in the middle. SA1 and SA2 do like the same damage as anti-airs for Remy, it's sad. I think if I made this game, it would have capacity to... At first I wanted it to be 2D, but this sounds like something that would be a million times better, easier to do in 3D, especially if you were customizing your character visually. Oh, you're gonna be able to make a karate man. I want people to be able to make Ryu, like a character who looks exactly like Ryu and also plays exactly like Ryu, if they want to. The problem is sprites. Sprites would be super duper hard. Oh no, he missed it. Okay. Yeah, I did watch Smax before he's broken. The thing that actually made me laugh is the fucking Luigi dash attack. Hardest parry and third strike. Hold on. I don't know. That was definitely punishable by Remy even after he landed. It was annoying though. He had to like charge midair and then flash kick when he landed. Or like get a quick walk and throw. Something, I don't know. He probably had a normal as soon as he landed, but it wasn't going to be a super strong normal. Like far forward or something. KKZ is the hardest parry because it's fucking literally unparryable. I guess you have to red parry if you don't want to die, so it would be block first hit into a bunch of red a red parry into a bunch of parries. So that's up there for the hardest parry. The hitboxes would probably all be on a 2D plane, and the movement as well. It would just be visually 3D. That's obnoxious. That's an obnoxious parry. It's like not too hard, but also you have no idea how the parry timing is going to change. I've only successfully parried that like a few times, but if you lab it, it's like easy. It's just that like the range that Ken is from you means it'll either be the parry timing will just completely change. That's one that you have to parry a lot against a good Ken player too. That's like an easy chip out. Oh no. There'd probably be a bunch of hit grabs among the grabs too. Oh no. Nice. Whoa, the jump short was so bad. I forgot that's active for the entire jump. It killed his own punish opportunity. Nice. I guess grabs probably wouldn't be comboable, but I'm not hard on that yet. I'd like the grappler character to not just be a grappler character. I'd like him to have other things that are conducive to a good mix-up. Like maybe he could be maybe he could have a bunch of overhead stuff as well. And maybe there'd be like a type of special move that would be on all the characters that would be just like, it would allow you to combo into other special moves. Something in the vein of Adon Core Circle Forward Punch, Omega Adon, where it's just you can, you know, combo into it and then link out of it. Something like Alex Chop. But it would have like poor mix-up. It would just be for like damage maximization. I'm still undecided on whether you'd be able to see what moves your opponent chose, like prior to the match. I kind of like the idea that it's secret, but I also kind of like the idea that you know it. You have to play around like, oh, does he have a fucking SPD? I don't know yet. I guess I'd probably make it public. Like each special move has like an emblem associated with it, and it shows you the emblems on the character you select before the fight or whatever. Nice. Oh, he could have picked up the. He could have actually like never let Alex hit the ground. Nice. Tap should remain hidden. I don't really have an opinion. I'm getting a call from my friend. I need to go deliver something to him before BAF Cup at some point. If I made this game, I would absolutely have a really, really big trial mode. that would show you how the various special moves like comboed into each other, or like things you could do with each special move. Nice, never let him land. What again, a juggle. See, I want you to be able to choose your like special move motions. So I don't really want 720s in the game, just because I don't think anyone would reasonably pick 720s. But I've been thinking about, like, you know, certain moves have certain motions you have to use. Like, this move is better, but you have to pick a charge motion for it. This move is really good, but you have to pick a 360. I don't think I'd have tap motions at all, though. How many different kinds of fireball are there? I'd probably have a bunch of them. I don't know if there would be special move versions. I like the idea that there's like 2 different versions of every special. Or maybe not every, but like a lot of them. Because I want it to be like a 4-button fighter. So for SPDs it might be more range versus more damage. A la Street Fighter. But maybe for certain special moves it might be like Ibuki's light versus medium command dash, how one crosses up and the other one doesn't. Stuff like that. Like some significant difference in properties that gives you like a little mix-up. Ooh. I keep it to be a really simple fighting game in the mechanics. I'd want creativity to emerge from pairs of special moves you could pick. It's like, oh, here's a fireball that travels very slowly, and here's a teleport who goes through the opponent. So I put the very slow fireball, and then I fucking try to mix the opponent up by teleporting through them right before it hits. Something like that. Or like Ibuki in Street Fighter 5. Here's a fucking fireball that has to explode. Doesn't have a hitbox until it explodes. Yeah, low special moves and overhead special moves. That kind of stuff would be what I'd want players to mess around with. Stuff like that. But the problem is you'd have to devote 2 special moves to that. And what do you pick left? You know, what's left on your fucking plate? It's like, okay, those 2 plus a DP. Most of the special moves would probably have very low combo ability, and the special moves you could combo out of would probably be, like, that would be the one reason you would pick them. I'd probably make my own engine to fucking make it to be 100% honest. Or, like, make it in some existing fucking thing that's not Mugen. Unreal. But this is way beyond me. I'm not a great programmer. This isn't something. This is only something I could theorize. I need to be working with other people who've done it before. Oh, he shook out. That wasn't a combo. He reset his own. You're not automatically blocking when you shake out of a stun in this game. It's very easy to shake out a stun and then immediately commit to something. Well, I don't know. I'll just politely ask Mike Z for his entire engine. Mike Z, can I borrow Skullgirl's engine? What do you make that in? Does it use its own fucking engine? I'll show him the video of me reading his third strike change list. That was a hard punish. He got something pretty great. Oh, did he? Yeah. Oh, you can tag on a hit there, actually too. What he did was really smart. It was possible to get a hard, or I shouldn't say it was really smart. It was like it was a concession combo, but it was fine to make that concession. It was possible to get a hard spin hook there, but he had to do like a walk under into a rather precise half circle forward in any direction on a whiffed DP. Doing the back forward was super easy and still led to a near kill combo. I've got no talent. These ideas mean nothing if you don't have talent. I've been actually like really thinking about that though, about just devoting some time to like learning game programming, because I do have a lot of big ideas that I think could be kind of cool. Someone politely asked Mike Z if I can steal his engine. But also I want it to be like a 3D game, so like, probably not. Neat. That double back short. Reminder that literally all of Necro's normals have one active frame. That's not all of them, but it's a lot of them. It's not like a huge deal. It's not like moves need a bunch of active frames to work. It's kind of weird though. Ugh. I think that move has a super long cancel window. SP. I was gonna say reversal super. That works there. What he did was even smarter. He did far stand strong. I imagine he tried for a super cancel, but he didn't get it. But he could have just super canceled that far stand strong and he would have killed, and it was guaranteed. It was a punish. He had the meter. I saw all the resources as it happened. I was like, but he didn't take it. I think you man boy. Necro can actually juggle there, but juggling does less damage than just letting the opponent fall in 99% of instances. That's Airplane. I recognize that line. Airplane had the machine gun approach to fucking humor. There's enough jokes, it doesn't matter if some of them don't work. It's a good movie. You ever been in a Turkish prison? Did she just like double jump straight up? Did she just wall jump and go upward? Did I just miss-see that, or is that a thing that just happened? I didn't know she could do that. What the fuck? Is that what happens if you neutral jump and then wall jump? You just jump higher? I guess. That's weird. I can't believe I've never seen that. Chun-Li and I think 12 are the only characters with wall jumps in this game. Tried to empty cancel it. Fortunately, that's pretty safe. Chun-Li could have reversal supered it. Surprised she didn't. Definitely a good play there. Alright, I guess I'll play Ape Escape tonight. Oh, that was unsafe. He mashed a bunch of hits. It's safe if you just do one, but he was expecting Chun-Li to parry a little bit. And mashing more hits makes it safer against parries. What if I really do play it tonight? Do you like Pokemon? Where the fuck? How do you not know the answer to that? Where do you know me from if you don't know the answer to that? Pokemon MMO could be really cool. It's hard. Necro like can't mix Chun-Li up fast enough. What's? Oh my god, he could have done that. He had to like do a bunch of like overheads and grabs, and Chun-Li had to just be focused on blocking in order for Necro to win that, and that's almost what happened. My fucking icon on YouTube is a fucking Pokemon. You're asking me if I like Pokemon. It's a Maractus. One of the most forgotten Pokemon of all time. Oh, look at that. All six, baby. Oh, he just ended with the upper. That's better. It's easier and also does more damage. Maractus is like a complete shitmon. Its one claim to fame is that it knows spikes. It's like a bad type. Oh. I think he's saying he wants a traditional fighter, and Pokken isn't anywhere but traditional. It's pretty weird even among 3D fighters. Wow. That's how you play Chun-Li, huh? Spinning bird kick on block and then EX spinning bird kick? I don't know if Maractus is my favorite, but it is sure cute. I always liked Mightyena. That's a shitmon that's cute. This won't kill, but it'll be like... Oh, he ended with the Toward Spheres. I thought he'd end with a super for the hard knockdown. Oh, he might regret that. Oh my god. He had a lot of meter. He didn't need all that meter. I'm surprised he saved it. I guess he was going for a reset. That's the idea. For it's a shitmon that's cool. Same with that other one. What's it? The thing of all form of Zigzagoon. Linoon. It's like the same Pokemon twice. Have a fucking rat normal type. It's not a rat for either of them. But have some basic bitch normal type that evolves into fucking some long thing. Social status value of Omok sets. I never had an Omok set. And I don't think anyone actually used Omok sets for anything other than please fame me. This Ibuki's playing pretty well, very safely. Ibuki can be played in a very passive way compared to most characters, I feel. Like, yeah, she can go in a bit. Whoa! That is not a correct. Super auto-correct, but all other stuff doesn't. The funny thing is he probably rolled quarter circle to the right, but Ibuki still threw the kunai to the left, because that's the jump arc she was doing. That was hard. What he could have done, probably, is before he fell into the super, he could have air supered. Probably. I don't know. And that would have interrupted Chun-Li super. Very nice whip punish. Get her? Yeah, I think so. I think that was actually unsafe. Well, maybe not unsafe, because it was hitting. But you have really garbage frame data, frame advantage, if you get all 5 reps. And he was very close. So even though it was on hit. Ibuki SA1, if not mashed, is plus on hit. And it's definitely not very minus on block. It might be plus on block. Ibuki SA1, if it is mashed, is minus on block, enough that you can punish it. But you have to be kind of close or have something with really good screen carry. She can do 3 reps, 4 reps, or 5 reps, but it's actually really hard to do the 4-rep version. 3 reps is no mashing, 5 reps is maximum mashing. She's like the biggest thought by far, what the fuck? She's the only one who is actually completely preoccupied with sex. Even Laura, who looks like a thought, is fucking... She's just a big sister. Not actually very thoughty at all. She's just accidentally slutty. But Ibuki's like... I'm looking for a man to fucking... I don't know. It doesn't take very much mashing at all to mash Ibuki super. Same with Necro's electricity and Chun-Li's lightning legs. Most mashing in this game is not very hard. Mashing stun and mashing throws is the only stuff that actually requires a lot of mashing. Unfortunately, mashing throws is the most common one by far. Yeah, she's looking for a man to come and bum. Oh, that was punish. Not a great one, actually. Oh, that little fadeaway, I saw that. Zarena stopped the kunai. We're gonna see SF. We're gonna see it at Capcom Cup. Capcom Cup is when Season 4 is gonna be revealed. I guarantee it. Maybe something else. Maybe a new fighting game. Oh yeah, I guess. I guess that's the same event, isn't it? I forgot. I think he wanted close roundhouse there. I don't actually know. He might have wanted towards roundhouse. Close roundhouse would be a lot more ordinary of a thing to do there. I'm gonna say no. I think you have to be like thirsty for dicks in general to be a thought. I think there's a certain degree if you have to not care. That's true. Ibuki on Urien can do EX uppercut into towards fierce, towards forward. He's one of the characters. It's like him plus Hugo. I don't know if there's another one. And then you can, after you combo that air TC, you can then land and get a more combo. The combo's pretty modest once you land it. It's also pretty hard. But the fact that it's possible at all is pretty cool. What? Did that just cross up? I've never seen that shit in my life. He did it so deliberately. It was such a weird thing to do. Neckbreaker's not a very good move in this game. Jesus, I think that crossed up. That's like unblockable. No one's gonna block that. Unreal. That's really cool. That's a really cool setup. Neckbreaker is a real low, yes. That low hit grab. If he just came down with normal, he would have punished Makoto there. That was a bad EX dash punch. What the fuck? Also, that far fierce comboed. Not mashing was the correct play there. What the fuck? Tominaga's on some weird shit right now. Don't get grabbed. Whoa. Oh, there it is. It's over. Is this a calm? Is this a calm Necro? Yeah, it is. How about this? So this is footage of Street Fighter V Type Arcade. The one that just came out. That looks good. There we go. Anyway, I gotta go deliver something to one of my friends. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, yeah. Hold on. There you go. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. I went downstairs to deliver the thing to my friend. To find it, I couldn't find it. And it turns out he showed up at my house and, like, got it from my fridge. And then left. Convenient for me, anyway. Oof, the tart combo. How's this Blanka been doing? I love Blanka in 5. Blanka's actually, like, probably my second favorite character in 5. After Sakura. You guys see that Blanka chip video? I like kind of knew that Blanka could do all of that, but it was really strange to actually see. If memory serves, electricity is plus... What is it? Regular electricity is plus 2 and EX electricity is plus 3. And I think that low strong is 6 frames. So EX electricity low strong is a 3-frame window that also beats all 3-frame normals because it's a medium. Alright, where are the matches? Rashid. Whoa, too far. Did that just say infinite time? Is this training mode? Oh my lord, training mode in an arcade game. That's like a new idea that's been picking up lately. And it's cool. You put in your coins, you get to practice your combos. Oh, I could catch those hands for practice. That would help both of us. I'm willing to bet this Fab will probably show up eventually, and also Candle. Probably Sefric too. I'm willing to bet the 3 of them are going to enter. And we got Appleorf and Lods. Who was it? And this guy, fucking, I forget. Look at that jump strong. Interesting normal. Oh, he had the TC there, didn't he? We had something. I don't remember if Nash's stand short cancels, but I feel like it does. But he definitely could have done stand short, stand forward. I mean stand short, stand jab. Then he could have canceled. It sounds like it's a bit desynced. Seems to be the audio's a little bit in front of the video. Oh, you didn't enter? I just saw you here. I mean, you don't have to enter if you don't want to. Both these characters are pretty neat. I wouldn't call them extremely neat. I like the principles that Nash is built on, but he's a bit too stiff. That was almost certainly minus, I think. No, it was the running one. It's the unmashed running one, I think. I wonder if you can combo there. That was counter hit stand roundhouse. He did a jab afterwards, and it looked like near instant. Oh, that's it! That's it! That's just lots of good punishes there. Did that really whiff punish? No. Eagle Spike is one of the only attacks in this game where range is the limiting factor rather than timing. Gotta wait between matches. Still training mode. It's a real match. Yeah, here we go. Kemi and Blanka. I wouldn't say Blanka's good here by any stretch, but having a charge move as your anti-air is nice against Kemi. He actually had it there. He had down charge and a bar. I don't blame him if he didn't want to spend it though. Technically a good trade for Blanka. Ooh. The loss of back throw is probably the most significant weakness I can think of. The ease of execution is enormous. A lot of Cody players didn't go for his optimal combos because they were too hard. EX Ruffian Kick is maybe worse. It's probably better overall. You couldn't even combo out of it at all before. It like lost neutral properties but got combo properties, and the combo properties are really nice. Criminal uppers are probably worse overall, but factoring the perfect execution, they're kind of better. Towards Roundhouse is probably a little worse. The knife is a bit better. Nice. Zonk is like the same. His normals are a bit better, and that's a big deal, because that's one of his really strong points. I did a Mega Cody video for Sure You Can Tube just the other day. I think he's overall better. A lot of things changed with Cody. Oh, towards Roundhouse? I didn't actually say it in the video, but towards Roundhouse is grounded for the whole thing, which is actually a pretty big nerf. Because towards Roundhouse is a pretty nice normal and neutral. And now when you duck it and crouch, like, and you hit a button, Cody gets hit on the ground and you can combo out of it. Whereas he used to get a reset. That's actually like a really big nerf. Yeah, Crack Kick is... It still jumps over lows, but it's grounded for the whole thing. So if you hit him at all, he'll be on the ground. That's like a... He maybe got worse than neutral. But all his combo options got better. Close Fierce is really good now. Close Fierce got buffed a lot. It's good as a meaty, and it's also easier to combo into. Like most places where you had to do towards strong, low strong, you can now do towards strong, close Fierce, which is cool. I didn't show that many combos into it, but I think Light Ruffian is probably your ideal ender with Omega Cody. Hard Criminal Upper does a bit more damage. Oof. But hard, Light Ruffian Kick leaves you right next to them. Even if they quick stand, you get a meaty. And does like 140 damage. I think it's 120 actually, I don't remember. Bad trade, looked like jump jab. Good reposition. This is Type Arcade. This is the new arcade patch, the new arcade version of SF5. This game didn't have an arcade release forever, and now it does. Got it like this month. I mean, within the last 30 days. Oh. That was a weird thing to suddenly pull out. That didn't combo. He didn't combo. That's not even that hard. Whoa, he did that late. It was a cross up. Was it an up ball? I thought it was a straight ball. Did it twice too. Both these guys have no cards, so this is just literally two randoms playing. And yeah, well, I don't know if this is a tournament. The title is Street Fighter 5 Taipu Arcade Location Testo. It's a location test. So I guess this is just random arcade footage and not a tournament. think I called it Arcado, but it just says Arcado. No Ryu. Is the title. Oh, that was big read. Is that crush counter punishable, or did he just not get a punish? I'm pretty sure that Laura's EX elbow is not crush counter punishable. But he did stand fierce on it, and he got a crush counter. Pretty sure that Laura just hit a button. Laura players have no brain. Oh my god, this Laura player in particular has no brain. How you get opened up with fucking 5 crush counter stand fierces in the same round? Well, gee, why don't you fucking say, why don't you write ninja in Japanese? Your thoughts. Here I go. That would be fucked up. Show me the Alex match. Show me Japanese Alex mains. Colleen's theme is my favorite song in the game. I love it. It's not very fighting gamey, but it's such a nice song. That was a heavy fucking elbow. That wasn't safe. He just did it. It was the one that launched. I'm not used to elbow and neutral launching. Alright. The boot. The purest mix-up in the entire game. Get command grabbed and then eat the boot. Versus eat dash and throw. It's actually pretty easy to react, but it's so stressful. You watch for Alex forward dash, and if he does, you just hit a reversal light. And that beats everything Alex can do. After the forward dash, anyway. If he doesn't forward dash, then he probably won't mix you up. But you do have to be aware of, like, charge down up punch, too. Nice. That's dizzy. Oh, he went for max. He dropped it, though. That towards Fierce was... He was probably trying to cancel into hard elbow. But that's actually, like, pretty hard to do. It's easy to drop. But he did the... That would have killed if he did it. I have emote slots. If you have a good idea for an emote, I'll make one. It has to be very me, though. Oh. Who got him? I got a couple slots, I think. How about got hit? Nice combo. Unfortunately, Urian's 0 and has no 3 for normal. Fortunately, I think Alex has no 3 for normal either. Whoa, it's VT2. VT2 Urian is not that bad, but VT1 I feel is a lot better. Twitch doesn't like emotes that are words. I think you can still make them, but they've been moving away from that. They like deny a lot now. Is chanting like a combined Pokemon? Oh, it's a chain Fing. I do kind of want that. That thing was my icon forever. A lot of people think it's a Jigglypuff, but Jigglypuff has big ol' eyes. That might have been a punish. He definitely had a much better combo than that. What the fuck? He could have killed there. He could have done Crouch Fierce into Crouch Fierce again into medium knee drop and still gotten the super. That combos. You only get like towards strong, EX, shoulder, or super. What's the code for that one? Is that it? There it is. Look at him. Zzz. I think I submitted the Oro Dick frame and had it turned down. That Nash looks sick. Very nice punish. I think stand short has the least pushback of all of Nash's normals. If memory serves, you can actually do stand short into jab strong, and that all reaches. Which is not too bad as a confirm goes. Unless you get hard sonic side. Nice job. I can catch those hands. Give me like 5 minutes to enjoy some Street Fighter 5. It's been a while since I watched this. What the hell kind of reversal is that? That's not invincible. Is that even throw immune? I'm gonna be honest, I do not only main aura for the dig frame. I didn't even know about the dig frame for years and years. Fuck you. Nice punish. No combo from there though. I get kind of hyped for Nash. Same with Alex, I guess. I like these two. I like about half the cast quite a lot in SF5. The other half I have generally no opinion on. The lowest opinion I have is probably on... Let me think about that. Who's a character who's gross to watch? I don't really mind Ibuki, and I don't really mind Kami. I also don't really mind Guile. I don't really mind Minot either. Those are gross characters to fight, but to watch, I feel like they're okay. I can understand why other people don't like Kami. Kami's like, I can see why Kami would be an annoying character to watch. But I like him. I like most of the top tiers of this game just like as characters. What the fuck? What's with Nash players doing random supers? Akuma's pretty exciting for me. I get all into Akuma. Zeku's pretty hype. Ooh, look at this. This is just... Oh no, it's a real match. Not a typical matchup right here. Ooh, nice. Nice. Oh, yeah! You +2 if you don't cancel the medium elbow. It's a frame trap into the command grab. Ooh, very nice. Oh, that didn't hit. What the fuck? I thought that worked. Maybe it has to be EX. I guess I don't really like Fong. Fong is not very fun to watch. I like watching Ed. I like watching Falk. Don't really like watching Nikali. He might be my bottom one. I don't really like Geef either. Ooh. Oh, he missed the jump strong. I don't think he had a kill there. The crush counter plus the V-trigger activate, just he had like instantly like 60% scaling there. That wasn't a punish, right? I don't actually know what it is to do Haboob into roll point blank. I don't know the frame data on that. That move is really called Haboob. Ingrid is not in. She's an alternate costume for Kareen. And that hurts her odds of actually making it, I think. Damn it, this video is so long. There we go. Eagle spike. Using hard kick in neutral has gotten a lot more technical for Rashid. I appreciate that a lot of Rashids haven't abandoned it. It's still like a pretty good move, but you have to be smart. That's like a lot of crush counter normals now, thankfully. Not all of them, but a lot. Doing -2 attacks against Laura. Scary. That was scary too. That's a daring bar to burn. He's optimistic. He's like, I can burn this and still win. He got it. Ooh, one next hit stuns. Or that. I think Laura could have shaken out of that. Technically I had 6 distinct versions. Arcade, Vanilla, Super AE 2012 Ultra. People always forget about Arcade, but it had 16 characters, whereas Vanilla had 25. And there was a balance patch between them, I think. But it was like a minor one. It was just changing damage values, I think. I don't know. I was wondering about that to my friends recently. I have no idea. I think SF5 will probably have a surviving player base. But then again, I thought that about SF4, and it kind of didn't. Well, it kind of does. There's a tipping point where it's hard to play a game anymore because everyone's not playing it. I'm going to do one more match, then I'm going to try and fight Kihara before the tournament starts. I remember playing this in vanilla against 2 turntables. Remember Laura? Laura got a lot better since Season 1. I think she's in an okay place right now. Other people might disagree. I don't think she's like super duper strong or anything. I don't think she was too bad at the beginning. I think she was pretty good. I don't know about pretty good. No, yeah. I think she's pretty good. She didn't have good matchups against a lot of the, like, really good characters back then. She wasn't good against, she wasn't great against Ryu. She was like okay. She wasn't good against Chun-Li, and she wasn't that good against Nash. She was pretty good against other characters. Ah. I remember a lot of tier lists in vanilla in Season 1 calling her like bottom 2. Along with like Geef. Remember Geef? I think she's better in bottom 2, but she was probably lower half. I'm glad that all the like momentum lores finally started emerging though. I'm glad that IDOM happened at some point. She's always had that kind of capacity. She still does. That was a real thing that people said. Geef is like back to bottom tier would be more accurate. Still bottom tier is not accurate because he had a little stint where he was good. But I would say Geef is probably bottom 5. I wouldn't call him bottom 1. He might be bottom 3. Ooh. That was -4 and in range for a punish, I think. What the hell was that? He landed a VT1 B skill and went for staying strong. Just take the combo. No, I don't like going to tourneys. I don't like traveling. Alright, let me play some SF4.